Well, welcome to week 2 of Friday Night Highlights. I'm Dylan Foreman.
And I'm Ashley Stevens.
Well, it's a big week in high school football on the Central Coast because tonight featured rivalries across the board. Arguably the biggest, though, and fiercest rivalry on the Central Coast. Paso Robles taking on Atascadero in a historically competitive matchup. Last year, as we know, Atascadero won a Central Section title and a state title. But in their head-to-head game, the Bearcats won that one 35-21. As we go to War Memorial Stadium, Paso trying to defend home field and get another win against their rivals. This one started off kind of crazy. A lot of defense, a lot of special teams. A muff punt in the first quarter gives the ball to Atascadero near midfield, but they're going to give it right back. Kane Cooks tries to thread the needle, and it's a catch at first, but it's going to be Parker Craig who wrestles it away. Here's a look again at the play. This one, arguably the play of the day. We're getting it going quick. A lot of great defense and special teams, like we said. What a play, though, from Craig. Later in the first, though, Jerome Damery with an electric punt return. This is also a play of the day. Runs into a wall. That wall, punter, Justin Wilhusen. Are you kidding me? A punter? Yeah, put that on your highlight reel. Atascadero in the driver's seat with 5 minutes left to go in the half. Cook finds Mason Degnon deep as he's brought down on the one. And then quarterback Cooks going to finish the job. He does it himself, powering it in from the one. Atascadero up 7-0. The home crowd creating the juice. Paso now driving towards the end of the half. Hayden McKenna with a little option. Near the goal line, pitches it to Connor Bowman as he'll do the rest. We got a tie ball game, folks, 7-7. And then we go towards the end of the half. Cooks trying one last heave. But it's Ashton Murphy out of frame and out of nowhere, lurking, picking the ball off for the Bearcats. But Atascadero gets 3 scores in the second half as they move on to 2-0 while avenging their loss to their rivals from last season. Greyhounds win 28-14.
The Blue Zoo at Doug Hitchens Stadium celebrating a whiteout tonight under a gloomy late afternoon in Arroyo Grande. We had the second quarter, 2:32 remaining. Tigers first to put points up on the board with a field goal from the 14. Slow leads 3-0. Eagles quick to respond just 2 plays later with a 20-yard pass up the middle to Junior Hurley for a 58-yard touchdown. Arroyo Grande leads 7-3. Just over a minute on the clock in the second quarter. Eagles capitalize on an interception and Drake Missamore with a QB sneak to put 6 more points up on the board. AG leads 14-3. Third quarter, Missamore on the 14-yard line in Tiger territory finds Tristan Coates at the goal line for a beautiful reception. Tigers said no good, but the ref said put 6 more up on the board. Eagles lead 21-3. Second and goal at the 5. Brandon Butler with another Eagles touchdown. Tigers with the ball. Next play, Tigers with the ball and a QB keep. A nice 17-yard run. Nothing, unfortunately, comes of it. Tiger defense with some impressive stops behind the line of scrimmage. However, it would be all Eagles this game. Missamore with a 30-yard pass to Caleb Clark, and he takes it to the house for the final touchdown of the night. Arroyo Grande defeated San Luis Obispo on their home turf by a whopping 35-3, handing the Tigers their first loss this season. Arroyo Grande has a bye week next week, while SLO heads to Bakersfield to play North at 7:30 p.m.
Didn't see that score coming. I definitely didn't see that one. But we got another crosstown rivalry game. This one, Rigetti hosting Pioneer Valley. Warriors owning the battle of the helmet since 2016. Second quarter, Warriors on the move. RJ Fuentes gets a good run inside the Panther 40, but we go to the Panthers later, pinned to their own 2-yard line. Don't matter. Pepe Gonzalez, run! Run like your life depends on it. He does, takes it 98 yards for the score. I'm tired just watching him run. 21-7 Panthers. Warriors looking to answer. Cash Carter, this kid, money. He branches into the end zone for 6. 21-14 Panthers still on top, and they're going to get the ball back. Look at the pass. Try to extend this lead. Why not? But oops-a-daisy. Thomas Harris there with the interception. Warrior ball, but Pioneer Valley holds on. They win a thriller as they hold on to that lead despite the turnover. They win the coveted Battle of the Helmet. They get to hoist that until their next head-to-head meeting. We still have so much more coming your way on Friday Night Highlights, and I didn't see that coming from the SLO AG game. That score blew me away because SLO's been really good this year.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was expecting a SLO victory coming back to me, and then Arroyo Grande. It wasn't just by a field goal. It wasn't just by one score. That was an impressive feat. They held them to 3 points, and that was a good quarterback.
And not to mention, they're coming off a tough loss last week against Clovis East. Well, when we come back, Morro Bay hosting St. Inez. That game and more highlights across the area coming up after the break. Don't go away. Well, welcome back to Friday Night Highlights. Like we promised, still a lot of great action. Maybe not a rivalry game, but still a lot of great stuff.
The Pirates from the Coast hosted the Pirates from the Valley. St. Inez coming off of a 54-12 win against Cabrillo, a similar score to last season's blowout when Morro Bay traveled to St. Inez. And the team from the Valley came away with a 59-19 win against the team from the Coast. Let's see how this year's matchup turned out. We had the first quarter, Morro Bay punting after a quick in and out. Manny Diaz's punt is going to be blocked by Blake Smith, and St. Inez has a 1st and 10 in Morro Bay territory. That led to a St. Inez touchdown. We head to the extra point. The extra point is good, and the Valley Pirates lead the Coastal Pirates 14-7. Start of the second quarter, Sans Doherty behind center drops back and completes the pass to John Myers in St. Inez territory, but this is how it went for the team by the Coast in the first half. Called back on a pass interference. Can't believe it. We head to the same quarter, Morro Bay at midfield, and Doherty goes for the QB keep and grabs the first down for the Coastal team. Attaboy. Same drive, 3rd and goal. Doherty drops back, trying to get it to Manny Diaz, who hasn't broken out of his route yet, and Luca Clifton comes up with the interception. That did it for the second half, with St. Inez leading by a touchdown. Morro Bay found their groove and defeated St. Inez 35-28. Cleaned up their penalties and took back home turf. Morro Bay heads to Fresno next week at 7 p.m. while St. Inez hosts Santa Maria at home in a non-league game at 7 p.m.
St. Joseph Knights taking on Newbury Park as their relentless non-conference schedule continues. As St. Joseph looking for their 2nd win of the season, this would be a big one. So we go to the Panthers first on offense after winning the toss. I'm going to avoid a Lord of the Rings reference here, but no, I'm not. Brady Smeagol running around trying to find his precious. Finds Jaden return of the MAC as this one corralled deep into Knights territory. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. St. Joseph defense not having any of it. Big stop here from a big fella. Mark Pullman coming off the end, getting the ball back for the Knights, getting the sack there. And now it's the Knights' turn to look for their own score. Here's Carter Vargas on the left side, finding space, taking it all the way to the end zone. That senior can run. Knights up 7-0 in the early going. Panthers now with the ball. They're looking for their first score of the game. Smeagol finds Shane Rosenthal deep. He goes 66 yards for the touchdown. No one will catch him. But look at this final score. It looks like a basketball game. St. Joseph and Newbury Park exchange blows left and right. Knights get the win at home, 62-53. Let's do the math on that. Yep, that's 115 points scored total. What a game.
Well, both teams looking for their first win of the season. Jaron Simpson's the intended receiver in the end zone. Incomplete pass. Next play, Daxton Galagna with the carry. He weaves his way through defenders and into the end zone. The Eagles are on the board for 6. Later in the game, Anthony Chavez with the quarterback keep finally brought down at the 5. Absolutely trucked, but he stuck it out. That does it for the first half. The run game emphasized heavily for tonight's game as we see East Bakersfield for a run for 6 points. Templeton defeats East Bakersfield 42-7 for their first win of the season. Now 1-1. The Templeton Eagles host the Fireball Eagles next week at 7 p.m.
Lompoc wins their big game in their rivalry game against Cabrillo. They dominate 54-14, now with 2 quality Santa Barbara County wins in a row.
Santa Maria bounces back from a week 1 loss and gets a win on the road, defeating Napomo 28-7. They play Santa Ynez on the road next week, while Napomo plays St. Joseph.
Well, just like that, it's always sad, but that's a wrap of Week 2 Friday Night Highlights. Again, if you have a recommendation for a play or player of the week, let us know.
And you can email us or shoot us a message on Facebook or Twitter. If you want to see a play in action, again, head over to our website, ksvy.com.
Maybe we don't say it enough, but thank you all for tuning in every Friday. It's one of our favorite times of the year, and it's about to get even greater with college football on the horizon and getting going already this week and then the NFL next week. But before we go, here's a look at tonight's Sight and Sounds. Thanks again for watching and have a great night.